Would you say that you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? That's what we're exploring in today's video version of Wiser. Let's get wise together. Let's check out today's principle of wisdom. Humility unlocks growth. The moment that you admit that you don't know everything is the moment that you become teachable. A wiser life begins with embracing what you can still learn. Today's Wiser was inspired by a visual by Growth Visuals, a gentleman by the name of Hida. You can learn more about his life-changing visuals in the link in the description. A fixed mindset is like a closed book, whereas a growth mindset is like an open one. A fixed mindset screams, I already know everything, whereas a growth one admits, I don't know everything yet. This is a simple picture, but it houses a powerful truth. Your openness determines your growth. A closed book can't be read or expanded or improved, but an open one is the start of a remarkable journey. Let's unpack this more with a saying. It comes courtesy of Stephen Hawking. He says, the greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Hawking's warning is clear. The moment that you believe that you've already arrived, you stop growing. It's not what you lack that holds you back, it's the belief that there's nothing left to learn. Humility keeps the door open for wisdom to enter. Let's unpack this further. A fixed mindset is one that shouts, this is who I am and I can't get better. Whereas a growth mindset typically counters with, this is who I am and I can become more. The difference between these two has nothing to do with talent or intelligence. It's a posture, a openness, a willingness to stretch beyond what feels familiar. And choosing humility is not about diminishing yourself, right? It's about freeing yourself. When you remove the pressure to be perfect, you create space to learn, to experiment, to fail, and improve. And so if you want to develop and cultivate this growth mindset this week, here are 3 ways to do so. The first is to embrace the not knowing. Instead of hiding the gaps in your understanding, become curious about them. Questions accelerate learning far faster than pretending you already know. The second is to reframe failure as feedback. Mistakes aren't verdicts, they're data. So every misstep reveals the next right step. And then the third is to practice small, consistent learning. Maybe read a chapter or take that course, ask a mentor. The compounding effect of tiny improvements transforms your capacity far more than leaps ever could. You become wiser not by arriving, but by staying willing to learn. Let's look at today's reflection. It's 3 journal prompts for you to unpack today's wisdom a little bit more. The first is, where in your life have you been subconsciously adopting a fixed mindset? The second is, what skill, habit, or perspective could open new doors if you approached it with more curiosity? And then the third is, what is one small learning action that I can take today? If you want to learn more about the life-changing habit of journaling, check out journalwiser.com. But let's move on to today's resource, and it is another book, or perhaps even an audio book, by Carol Dweck called Mindset. This is a groundbreaking book where Carol explains the difference between a fixed and growth mindset. She goes on to explain how the mindset you choose shapes everything from your relationships to your performance to resilience, so on. Through the research that she has undertaken in this book and the real stories that she's collected, she reveals how embracing a growth mindset helps you persist longer, faster, and unlock far more of your potential. If you want to learn more about this life-changing book, consider checking out your friendly local bookstore. Alternatively, you can access a free audiobook version with a Audible free trial. You can learn more about that with the link in the description. Thanks for checking out today's video version of Wiser. If it resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, you'll love this playlist here. Consider checking out the other video versions of Wiser. Lastly, if you want these insights straight into your email inbox each and every Saturday, check out wisernewsletter.com for more.